Hello everybody, I hope I'm audible right now and welcome back. In this live, I don't really have a lot of time, just around half an hour or something. So what we are gonna be doing here, that as much time as I get, I will be just simply working on that clone of Google Meet, and of course then in the evening or something, or maybe after the afternoon, I will be just simply working on it more. As for right now, I can work on it as much as possible. So let's simply get started working on it, and then let's see what's gonna be happening. As for these secret keys and all, AWS access key, region, better auth. Okay, I will be just simply what? I will be revoking them soon. So after the live ends, so I will just simply revoke these things. So that's not really a big problem. I hope I have opened them. Coming back to this. Alrighty, this is done. And the last thing is just turning it off so that the live doesn't end automatically, and checking the voice quality. Hello, hello, hello. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Alrighty, it's not bad either. Coming back to this, let me close everything, this including this, and what I was working on. Yeah, I mean earlier. First of all, I will have to just simply start the project. So that would be something called turbo dev. Ultimately, even it needs to be what? It needs to be updated if I'm not wrong, but it will at the end take some time to just simply start the things and all. And the last thing that we were working on, that is the chat application. Of course, we have to make it better. We have to organize the things and all. But before even that, what I was doing, I'm able to upload the things in the right way. I'm able to save the files, and once the files, just a minute. Alrighty, so yeah, I was just simply saying that once the file was set, I was just simply previewing them. Okay, so let's continue. Over here we have a handle file change input, handle message input, and handle send. And apart from this particular thing, we have our paperclip, that is nothing but the download section, sorry, upload section, and we have message button and message input and the send. So what do we have to focus on right now? That is we are already doing what? Just a minute. Coming back to this, so we have files over here, and we created the form data, we got the response, and once we got the response, we just simply send the request to the front backend side, and ultimately we got the response from the backend. After that, we got the upload URL, file type. Once we have that, then uploading it to S3. So once it is even uploaded to the S3, then simply setting the files, that's it. And mainly files are set so that I can just simply preview the files that I have. So if I go here, so what this preview section does, over here I have I've got files. Whenever I get files, I'm gonna be just simply like setting the selected files, and once those files are selected, on the basis of files 0, is that so? Why files 0? It should not be that. Whenever the value of files changes, at that time what will I be doing? Do I just need to do this much? Not really. I'm gonna be setting the files, but what is the problem with this? Is not assignable. So let's make sure that selected file. Okay, fine. I'm getting files over here, and I'm just simply rendering one file. I'm even going looping through that. If I'm looping through nothing but files, okay, it's like selected file. The file at the 0th index that will be selected. That's what I was simply thinking. So this is the selected file. That simply means whichever file is at 0th index, that's gonna be selected by default. That's file. File at the 0th index will be selected by default. Okay, once this is done, so preview item is gonna be here, and the file at the 0th index, that's here. And now as soon as I click on the files, so whenever I clicked on that, suppose I clicked on this one, so on click select set selected file, and I'm gonna be adding the value of the file over there. So ultimately it will change. File in the sense it contains file name and file type, and the file that I got from there, it contained what all. The file that actually I got from here, it contained files. The type of files is what? The type of files is I'm passing the files here, right? So at the end this particular files, the state that I have at the top, the type of this is file name and file type. That makes sense. So preview carousel is here, and once I'm previewing them, I'm just looping through them and all, and that's it. So this should kind of do the job. Is there anything remaining? Especially when I'm previewing the item, at that time I should be creating the, okay, this is the problem, it should be HTTPS. So HTTPS uploads coding the code.site and file name, so I will be just simply previewing the file, and yeah, this is how it just simply goes on. Let me get rid of these. I need the type, so let me import the type directly from, don't I have the type, file type. So if I don't have the file type, so I must, file type in the sense what? File type in the sense what kind of files I'm gonna be having. So if I go to type section here, meeting types, active panel, let's not worry about that. I think I stored the values earlier here. I actually need to go here. I have saved them here. So index.ts, this is the file type, but the thing is that I'm not exporting it. That is the problem. So export the file type from here, and once it is exported, I should be imported here. So I'm gonna be trying to import it. Yeah, that's done. So once we've done this much, what else? This thing is almost done. That simply means overall it should be working fine. So let's try it out. So the project is already up and running. Yeah, it's running on port 3000. What is the problem? Fine. And mainly I need to go to 3000/meeting/1234. Of course, it's gonna be compiling this stuff, and then we'll be giving the result. Enter. So overall, this is how it looks like. Coming back to this, I have this chat. If I select something, then what will happen? I selected these PNGs and demo files and all. Let's simply click on open. They are here. Alrighty. Apart from this particular thing, whichever file I click on, that should be highlighted or something. That's not getting highlighted. That is the problem. And apart from this particular thing, we don't really need to worry about it. So it is done. So we need to wait until it's uploaded. Then once it's uploaded, we can just simply send the message. So if I click on send, these files are for you. If I click on send, they are going to be sent. So this is how I'm gonna be seeing them here. If that is the image is gonna be looking like this, and this is not quite bad actually. Okay, And what else can I do here? The else thing is, this is working fine, right? uh, if I click on this again, select SVG is not supported yet, so I will be supporting, I like adding the supporting for that as well. But for now, let me open these as well, recording this and this. So I have these things, but no preview available. So instead of saying no preview available, let me change them a bit. Changing them a bit in the sense, if that is the application PDF, no PDF preview available, and if that is equals to zip file, no zip preview available, and if that is equals to default, no preview available. So let's see. So in that case, that content is too big, so text is actually gonna be center, and hopefully it will be just fixing this. Text doesn't work, but I have flex over here, so flex is already in the center, so that should be in the center by default, but that is not in the center. And yeah, so that should be center, in the center ultimately. So item center, flex. How about removing this? Okay, sorry, this is not what I want to change. I actually want to change this actually, but even if I'm keeping it in the center, the main div may not be in the center, and because of that thing I'm not getting the right result. So coming back to this one, if I keep item center, text center over here, what will happen? So it will do the job. So no PDF preview available, and that should be enough. So PNG I have, PNG, MP4 even I have. Oh, that's gone. Ah, that's bad. As soon as I clicked on this, that's actually gone. In that case, what am I supposed to be doing? But states are still there, right? So as the states are still there, that should be visible, but probably not. So that's cancelled. So what can I do? Suppose I selected something. Probably this is what I selected. Preview image this. Let me select some more. Now I'm getting the preview. So by default the preview is preview doesn't work. By the way, if I clicked outside and if I click on the chat again, that's gone. Why is that so? And apart from this particular thing, by default the preview item doesn't get any preview value. That simply means when previewing the stuff here, CLG URL, I'm gonna be checking that. Preview URL, and that's gonna be equals to preview URL here, or just URL. And once I've done that, I will have to just simply check the values here, exactly how it goes. So let's click on this, select one image, probably this one, and preview URL is this. Still I'm not getting that. I'm getting the preview URL, and blocked by ORB. Interesting. So the image that I have, that is the right one. Yeah, but network, when I actually sent a request here to the backend, it's been blocked by ORB. Control C. Blocked by orb, AWS, Cloudflare, and S3. Either blocked by orb with the Puppet or Node.js, Puppetio, whatever. Okay, so if there is only one image only, then we are getting this error. In the remaining case, we aren't really. I'm working on Express. Let me reload it. And now fine. So I'm working on Express.js API for converting base64 image HTML to PDF. I'm using the PDF for this convention. Then yeah, this one. Why doesn't it work by default for some reason? I have set up course configuration according to this guide, but still getting the error. In that case, I'll have to take the help of AI. Image is not uploaded or accessible when using this. Error blocked by orb when enabled Cloudflare. Let's see if I can actually get something from here. Otherwise, the last option is taking the help of AI. Failed blocked by orb when Cloudflare. Fixed by disabling hot link production in the scrape. Shield. How about if I upload the next image? Coming back to this one. If I upload the another image over here. So this one, I'm able to get the result. Then this one, I'm able to get the result both. So now it works. But if I upload only one image, and apart from this particular thing, the state that I actually have, just a second. The Redux state. How many of them do I have here? 9. That simply means this state related stuff doesn't really work as expected. Never mind. So what can I do? I can just simply send from here. And I think as soon as I click out, the state gets reset. Probably. By the way, if I click on send, I'll have to enter some message. So even this is the problem. You cannot scroll easily. So let's fix this scrolling stuff. And this is scrolling because of this I have these preview items over here. Not even in this particular section because I'm able to scroll. The main problem is in the message. Close everything. Come back to chat panel. Inside chat panel I have this chat message over here. And when it comes to chat message, so I have chat files. And this chat file has what all? It has file name and file type. The file name can be the same, the file type can also be the same, then that's gonna be problematic. In that case, if any chat has some kind of ID, that would be better. So giving chat an ID, okay, how can I do that? So if there's any chat that I'm getting here, so before even getting the chat here, I'm just simply sending the chat, right? So what I'm actually gonna do, this file, can't I import it? I think at the repo types. So when I'm just simply setting the chat or sending the chat message, at that time I'd better give it the ID. So inside chat input, I have my file, I have my chat message, and just in here I have to give it the ID as well. So as soon as you click on handle send, you are sending the chat payload. It has the sender ID. Sender ID will always be the same. Sender can be sending can send the ID, so it can be same. Meeting ID will not work because the same person can do that thing again. So it's better to just simply give it the ID. UID v4 should be doing the job. Turns out I don't really have UID v4, and hopefully I have it installed. So import UUID as okay. From here, what can I get? v4 as UUID v4. So this is how I will be going ahead, and once I have the ID here, and then I'm just simply sending it. So it will be sent to what? It will be sent to the backend. Backend will send it back. I will receive it, and as soon as I receive it, I will be showing it here. And when showing this particular thing here, so inside chat message, I will have chat.files. Chat.files only will contain the chat only. Chat dot merely the files. And what I want, I even want the ID. That particular chat will have separate ID, then the remaining ones will have separate ones. That's a good thing. So instead of passing the chat files, I will be just passing the chat. And where am I getting this chat from? I'm already getting it from here. Coming back to this one, chat is gonna be equals to chat, and the type is gonna be chat. Import it. So once this is done, I will have my chat here, and once I have the chat, so it is simply gonna be chat.files, because the main goal is just simply render the files. And the important stuff, first of all, this is gonna be dependent on chat.files. And once I've done this, so what am I doing? I have chat files here, and when this chat.files, this thing is done, and then now next thing is that this ID related stuff. So the ID that I'm giving to this one slide and this ID needs to be different for all, and if it is different for all, it will work, otherwise it will not work. That simply means #slide, but even before that, this slide, right? So I have at 3 places, so control D. So instead of having this slide over here, I will be having chat.id here. So every time it's going to be different, will also contain the ID. Not only that, it should also contain the meeting ID. So yeah, this much is done. So that simply means the error should be resolved, but let's see. File chat, I'm gonna be getting the chat is gonna be having the chat type. So what is wrong with this? Is not assignable to intrinsic chat files, does not exist on intrinsic, and chat.files I have here. Chat files. Once I got this chat here, I'm trying to get the files out of that, and that's the same thing I'm doing everywhere. By the way, as soon as I get that, so what am I doing? As soon as I get that, so I got the chat. Once I got the chat, so I am even file.url. So what am I doing over here? The URL inside the chat, I'm converting that URL to a blob URL so that that can be downloadable. So ultimately at the end I will have everything inside what? The file that I have. So not only file, it should be, yeah, so the file that I have, it should be the part of set chat. So the result that I'm getting, I'm just simply assigning it to set chat files. That simply means chat files dot whatever. So I will get the file over here, file dot url, file dot index, and let's name it chat file. So wherever I have this file, otherwise it's gonna be confusing. Chat file, really chat file? It has the file chat files dot map. What am I mapping through? This is mainly for the chat files and all. So though I have the chat, but this will only loop through chat files, and once I'm looping through chat files, so it will only be getting the files one by one. So this way it will have all of this. So it will have the file name, file type, and URL. However, the ID I will get the from chat. So once I'm looping through chat files, that okay, makes sense. I'm already getting the ID and index, that is also fine. And the same ID and index over here. So this should sort of working fine. So what is the problem? The problem is here. Property file, come on yaar. Property files does not exist on type intrinsic and chat. It is just simply saying files does not exist there. Let me check. Files does exist here, and the file type is gonna be this. So the problem is here then. What is the type of chat here? It is coming from @repo. This has the same type. So once I have the chat, okay, chat message, where am I using chat message inside panel? And what is the type of chat here? Chats. I'm looping through that. I'm gonna be getting the chat here, and the type of this chat is nothing but this. Sorry, chat is actually gonna be close to chat. That's what's the problem. Okay, so this thing is done. Even I sometimes I lose my own mind. Like this, it was so obvious that I have to pass files from here. Sorry, chat from here. I was passing the file and I was just simply worrying about data. Okay, coming. Okay, few more years. What are they? Somewhere here. So chat files. I'm passing it here too. So it should be chat, and chat is gonna be just this much. Alrighty, should not be a problem now. If I come back here, and even I have to maintain the state properly, that's not being maintained. But if I select a demo PNG here, that selected no preview image because that same error. If I select one more PDF, suppose, now it's visible. So if I select one, that doesn't work. If I select a two, then I get result. If I click on send, of course I have to add some message. So now I'm able to send it. Apart from this particular thing, if I select another one, this probably this, and probably a video as well. Why not these? So I have these ones, and the good thing is that if I have more than one, it works. So only for one image it doesn't work. Interesting. So now the good thing is that I'm able to shit. It's not work. It doesn't work ultimately. So ultimately I'm able to check, I mean preview all the files here, and same I'm able to do here, so they don't conflict with each other. And apart from this particular thing, if I want to download, suppose this one, so this one is downloaded as well. So yeah, it works fine. The next thing is that, okay, we've done this much, we even have to send the message. If I click out, it's gone. If I click on this, it's back again, and that is great. The next thing is that it renders again. If I click here outside, it should just hide itself. That does not mean that it should not be there, right? And that is the problem. So ultimately, when I click outside, I'm rendering something there. So the panel that I have, chat panel and participant panel, it should be there, the result should be there by default, but it's not like that. So if I click on the chat panel, so if active panel is not equals to chat, I'm returning from here. How about this, that I'll be showing you, this is altogether component. So yeah, it does make sense, like it will only be re-rendered when it becomes true. But how about this? If I copy this and cut it from here, oh shit, that's bad. Let me make it like this, keep the condition here, copy, paste. Only in this particular situation I will be just simply rendering the things here, and this whole thing should be inside a fragment, if I'm not wrong. Alrighty, so this much is done. Will the effect still be the same? And by the way, it should be equals to, click on this, things are here, click outside. Yeah. So the question is, what time is it? 47. I have just 3 more minutes, that's it. Whenever I click on chat option, at that time chat component reloads. How to cache the result of a component in Next.js. This is very common issue in Next.js, especially app router components re-renders or refetch. Let's break why you don't why your chat component reloads. When you click on the chat option, Next.js navigates to new route. Your component mounts again and all, not route. So ways to cache it, so it feels like route, but it actually remounting. Ways to cache or persist your chat, use the client state, basic and most. That's what I'm doing. What is the the problem is not with the chat, the problem is with the images. The problem is with the images, and that's just a component inside meeting. Images load when I click on the chat option. Can't I make them be reloaded Okay, let's see. But the different problem is then the state reset. Your issue image loads only when you open the chat component, meaning they are not loaded or cached earlier. Why this happens? In Next.js, your component chat component is mounted only when you click. So image or image loads at the moment before that no request is made. That is why you see the solution best or worst. Preload images best for your case. You can tell browsers load this image early even when the component is not visible. So relation payload as image. Image priority. So if I'm using image over here, so in that case load immediately. Am I supposed to be using link here? Okay, use only for important images. Keep component mounted, very important. So fix can be this: display active chat or block. It would be better, like instead of unmounting it, just let's do this stuff. I'm just simply gonna be hiding that on the basis of the it will be there, but it will just be hidden. What am I doing here right now? Right now the problem is that I am actually rendering it conditionally. So let me fix it really quick. So instead of doing this, I'm gonna be copying this from here, copy, cut, whatever, and it's not that yet. Cut it, cl. Once I have it here, paste it here, and then if that's not equals to chat, in that case I'll be cut. I'll be hiding it. So if this is not the true, in that case hidden. That's simple. That will do the job. Yeah. Now they don't reload. They're already reloaded. Even if I click here, that still remains the same. That's what I wanted. And the next thing is that this thing, that if I select something, they are here. For some reason I'm not getting the result, and when I click on outside, okay, that remains the same. So ultimately reloading was the problem. It was being reloaded as they remain the same. So if I send the message from here, so yeah, it does get sent. Now we have two problems. First of all, that ORB is some related issue. So again, when I come back from the market, actually I have to go to the market. So as soon as I come back from there, I will be just simply fixing this. Overall, we have fixed this stuff. And how about this participant section? Participant section is fine. Okay, and this will let me add a few more message here. One more thing. Like as soon as I send a message, it should automatically be scrolled. So that's not really a big problem. So we will be working on this. Overall, even this chat application looks quite well. I mean, this is not the worst thing ever, right? Don't you think so? Okay, so I'm gonna be catching up soon. Unfortunately, I will actually have to leave. So yeah, see you, take care, and bye bye.